Hello fellow old schoolers and welcome to the X-Point League. The X-Point League is a variant of old school that sprung up from the 7-point singleton old school. Like other old school formats, X-Point are trying to mix up the card pool so more cards see play. So how does X-Point accomplish this? By applying a 7-point rule. All powerful cards get points on them, so you can play whatever cards you want, but you cannot play all the powerful cards. So let's have a look at the point ladder. X-Point uses Atlantic banner restricted X and the regular reprint policy. For example, you can use 4 Mishra's Factory for 1 point each, add a Time Walk and a Time Twister for a total of 7 points. In contrast to other old school formats, points are assigned by referendum in the Facebook group. This leads to a community-driven format that are almost in a constant state of flux. Today we're going to look at the April semi-final between Cohen Huck and Rob Hackney. First, let's have a look at Huck's mono black deck. The reason this deck is even playable is because Hymn got downgraded to 1 point and at the April update. His other 3 points he is using on Demonic Tutor and a single Mishra. Other notable cards in the deck is the Royal Assassin and the Rack. You can also see that he chooses to play Paralyzed over Terror. His opponent Rob Hackney plays a white weenie strategy with a blue splash for power and a Sleight of Mind. The blue splash is unusual but interesting. The Sleight of Mind main purpose seems to be to protect his knights from removal, but are also nice against Gloom, for example. He also has an interesting mana strategy with a land tax and an Armageddon if the game goes too long and the mid-range decks threaten to take over. In the sideboard he has haymakers like Energy of Flux and Sit in a Bottle.
Let's jump into the games. We have Cohen on the right and Rob on the left. And Cohen starts with a rack start. And we will see what Rob following with that with a Tundra. And Tundra and go. And in upkeep he plays an Ancestral. That's a pretty good start. Okay, there we go. So he's preparing for the Hymn. And is the Hymn coming? Yes, it is. There we go. A Hymn with a 9-card hand isn't that bad though. He takes Armageddon on a land. Okay. Will Rob be able to establish some pressure here though? Okay, a Time Walk. Not the best Time Walk. It's a kind of a cantrip, but it's still a Time Walk. A land tax? Is that it? He has no pressure? From a creature deck, he should have some pressure, I guess. Well, he has a Lion. And I think he's holding back his land as well. So, because he doesn't want to, he wants to trigger his land tax. Back to Cohen. Another Hymn perhaps? No, a Black Knight. That's going to hold the fort pretty well here. So back to Rob for some action, because he has to do something about this. He plays a Crusade and a Lion. No, not a Lion, a Thunderwolf. Well, those creatures can't get in. The Knight is holding the fort pretty well. Well, perhaps if he has his Sleight of Mind trick. He doesn't. Cohen is having its Hypnotic trick, so that's going to end fairly well, I think. Might have been a mistake to go up to 3 mana from Rob's side. Because he still can't make any difference here. Okay. It seems like it's Rob's turn to be in the think tank. Applying another creature. And that's it. So will the Hypnotic get in? Or does he have a sword in his hand, perhaps? And if he does get in, this will be the first blood in this game. And with a combination of the rack, he's firm in the driver's seat, I would say. Yes, there you go. And no swords, so he will pick down on his hand. Do Cohen have any follow-ups here? Yes, he does. He has a tutor. That's a pretty good follow-up. I wonder what he will tutor it for in this position. I guess we will find out fairly soon. So, even though the life is only 1820, I would say Cohen is quite a favorite here from this on. Especially since Rob has drawn his two restricted cards already. And an Armageddon. That's another haymaker. Okay. So he will be able to attack at least for 3 damage. So there's 17 all. But I don't know if this will be enough. Okay, so he's emptying his hand with a Hypnotic. And the rack is doing that dirty work as well. This is going to be fairly hard to raise, I think. Especially with Armageddon doing its work. So he's keeping a card here. And yeah, it's kind of strange that he kept a land because, well, he needs that land and he doesn't want to throw it away because he's going to have to throw it away anyway because of the rack. Okay, a suicide attack here. So, okay, he's 7 to 9. And the lion is down and Hypnotics is taking down. And there we go from 5 to 2. And there we go. I don't think he will come out of this. So let's jump on to the second match.
Yes, and let's go to the second match. And Rob is starting again with that land tax. Not as effective on the play that is on the draw. Because he won't be able to apply any pressure. Here we go. Okay, a Yavnir. And does he play a second land? It doesn't look like that. Okay, so I guess the land tax will trigger this match. Dark Ritual means he has 4 mana and a double knight. That's a pretty good Dark Ritual. Okay, so first time triggers for the land tax. So let's see what the deck can do when it's allowed to. The Yavnir won't do much here though. Maybe not even with a backup. But there we go. I guess he will play a second land. Otherwise I don't think his deck will function very well. And a Time Walk. We see another one of those Time Walks that doesn't really make a difference because it's just taking another land. So it's not the best of Time Walks, I think. Maybe he should have saved them, but I don't know his hand. Okay, does he play a third land? Yes, he do. Okay, will he be able to apply some pressure though? Otherwise the third land won't do very much. It doesn't look like it. He's just passing the turn with a full hand. That's even look more like 8 cards or something, but okay, there we go. He's on attack. And he's also letting him play Hypnotic. No, he's not going to play. Okay, he's playing a him. That's as good as a Hypnotic. Okay. He playing a Sleight of Mind and a Sorcerer Plowshare. So, okay. Well, that's a 2-for-1, even though it's quite cute. The hymn will still affect him. He has 5 cards left. And it takes another 2 lands. Doesn't look... Okay, there you go. He has his 3rd land. It will be an uphill battle here for Rob if he's planning to come back from this. Okay. Oh, there you go. The Hypnotic. The dreaded Hypnotic. Okay. Well, he can attack, but he still can't block. And I think blocking is what he wants to do here. When he has only 40 life left. But there we go. Sleight of Mind. But okay, so it slides the black attacking knight, so he can attack him because he doesn't have protection anymore, and he discards the plane for the Hypnotic. So I guess they do some effects here, but he's still down 22 to 12. Okay, a Crusade. He doesn't dare to attack here. Because, no, there you go. He will attack. He will not respect the Mishra that much. And I doubt that he will block here because he has first strikes on the board. Well, the Hypnotic is still doing its work here. So he's quite firm in the driver's seat, I would say. Only have 2 cards left, and it seems like it's like lands left. Well, you remember the land tax, didn't you? Normally people play a lot of bolts, but against this deck, when he only plays 4 swords, well, the Hypnotic can go quite a long way, to not say all the way. And I guess he can attack here if he wants to, but then he's going to be swinging back at, if he doesn't have any more creature, with a Mishra that is. Well, he still opts to attack, because he has to do something, and it pumps him, down to 10-14. Now the Mishra should attack, I think, because he's tapped out. And I think this is still a race, so there's no point in holding it back if he doesn't have anything in his hand, though, that is. Oh, he plays Terror. Okay. Okay, and he shoots for 1. Will he activate the Mishra? I guess he will. There we go. Taking the last cards, a City of Brass from his hand. So he's down to 6, and this is pretty narrow. He's living on the edge here. Keeping home his knight to protect against the Mishra. But he's still only on 6 lives, so this will be an uphill battle to fight. I would say Cohen is in the driver's seat to advance to the final here. Okay, I guess they're going into the tank again. There we go. The Hypnotic seems to go all the way. And okay, the Sleight of Mind doesn't do anything here. And a Pump Knight. Okay. I don't think... He has lethal on the board. Oh, he draws an Ancestral. Maybe this could help him out. 1, 2, 3 cards. He will have a pretty good, must have a pretty good ancestral to get out of this one though. Another Pump Knight, and okay. Well, that doesn't mean anything because he has lethal on the board, so I guess we have a winner. Cohen seemed to be advancing to the final. And see you there.